Anthony Edwards. Oh, that was a horrible. Oh my! After all that, I messed that up. After all that, oh my God! Now, Cat is a character as well.
I know what you're talking about. Oh shit! Yeah. People be getting on him for that, but no, I mean Anthony Edwards. He's too much of a nigga for him to be the face of the league, and he leans into that nigginess. So,
He hasn't won either.
The skills, yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, 100%. He was almost. I mean, gosh, what was it? Was it last year when the Timberwolves went to the championship?
I think it was 2 years ago.
Conley was on the squad, and Mike Conley, he got maybe he probably squeezed out another year or two, right? And Anthony Edwards, after they lost, he was like, man, I'll be back here. I ain't tripping, right? And Mike Conley said right next to him, he was like, yeah, I feel bad for people like Mike and stuff like that, but I'll be back here. I'm like, dude, you ain't impacted by this? Like Mike Conley, the dude, I think he's still playing now. I'm surprised I don't even know what squad he's on, but it was just kind of like, come on, man. This was Mike Conley's only chance at a championship. And I wish you could care a little more about the L.
Yeah, Mike Conley was one of those players that when your kids are, 19, 20, you're talking to them about basketball. You're like, oh, we had this player named Mike Conley. You're like, who's that? And you're trying to explain to him why he's good, but he doesn't have a championship. He's not in the Hall of Fame. So they won't understand it. He's one of those you had to be there players.
Yeah, like Rod Strickland.
Yeah. I think the ultimate you had to be there player is Rip Hamilton.
Ooh, that's a
I got a little mini deep dive on Rip Hamilton. Hamilton's nice.
Ferocious. He was like the way he would run the floor, that was pre Steph Curry. It would be a track meet where the way he would come off screens. Yeah, Rip Hamilton was that. Also another one, Allen Houston. Allen Houston had a wet jumper.
Yep. Yeah, he didn't get in the Hall of Fame. Rip Hamilton. He probably won't ever get in it.
That's wild. Well, he got 2 chunks? Or is it one?
Just one.
Yeah.
That 04, that 04 team with him, Johnson.
Yeah. And
Deshaun Prince, another one you'd have had to been there for.
Wild defense.
Yep. And a clutch. He'll hit a clutch corner 3 or
I remember watching. I was in my dorm room watching the Malice in the Palace live. I had some peoples over in my room, and I was like, man, we're just chilling. All of a sudden, I said, oh, somebody threw some shit at Ron Artest, and I was, man, my brother started scrapping. I said, oh shit.
That was wild.
Yeah. That was wild.
Ron Artest is another one. Ron Artest was not obviously a superstar, but he was like a main. How do you describe that player? Would you call Ron Artest a star? I guess he was a star.
I would say he was a role player. I think he was a good, strong role player. Definitely a defensive presence. Give you a nice little clutch 3 here and there. He developed that 3 over the course of his career too. He was never really an offensive threat.
No, but I'm saying in terms of when you're telling the story of the NBA and his generation, you're going to bring up Ron Artest even outside of the. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying it's like 20 years from now. How do you explain to a kid you try to teach basketball about Ron Artest? It's like my grandfather, my dad would who was a good example?
I said Rodman, Dennis Rodman.
No, I think Dennis Rodman's in the Hall of Fame though. Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, Ron Artest can rebound like Rodman, or could he?
I think Rodman's in the Hall of Fame.
Better defense too, for real.
I'm trying to think of somebody. Maybe in football. My dad would tell me about some random safety from the 1970s I never heard of.
Right.
He's like, oh, he was really, really good. I'm like, he's not in the Hall of Fame. He's like, oh, he had to be there. That's how I feel like Ron Artest was, because he played a role in those Lakers championships.
It's kind of like a Rod, like maybe like one step below like a Rod Woodson. Really good, definitely Hall of Famer maybe in some people's books, but like easily forgotten.
Well, the Basketball Hall of Fame is the easiest one to get into.
Yeah.
Like Jalen Brunson. Like Jalen Brunson just came on the TV, right? Like in 25 years, people be like, oh man, there was this guy to the Knicks. They always came up short, but he was really good. He had some great games, like on a random Thursday night in May during the playoffs. You just wanted to see what Jalen Brunson was going to do. Like, Donovan Mitchell, there's a whole bunch of them on here, like in 25 years. How do you explain Donovan Mitchell in 25 years? Underachieving guy whose career got fucked because they sent him to Utah and then Cleveland. Like, how do you explain Donovan Mitchell?
Is Patrick Ewing in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, okay. Because my son's like, who's that? I'm like, you had to be there. You know.
What?
My son does not know who Patrick Ewing is. He's young.
How old is he?
He's 18.
He's 18. He got to get about the house. He got to go. Get the fuck out. He got to go. And he's a New Yorker. Oh, he got to go.
Are you raising him right? You're not a
Kick yourself out. This is the father. This is the father issue. This is not even the boy. Oh my God.
Well, I'd say this. He knows who Patrick Ewing is because I told him. He's not a basketball kid. He's all about football with him.
No, that's well. I mean, wait. If he's 18, that means he didn't really get to enjoy the Giants Super Bowls. He was kind of too young.
Yeah.
And they're far away. Oh my God, they're far away. I think the Giants have the worst record in the NFC over the past decade. Like, they've been really bad. You know why? Because the owner was too busy getting serviced by Epstein. Did y'all?
This is true. This is true. It's in the files.
Did you see the? No, it's beyond the files. There's a report that came out 2 days ago that Epstein was personally shipping him women. Like a personal shipment. Oh yeah, I think it was. Is it Mara or Tish? I think it was Tish. It's Tish. Yeah, he's in trouble.
Yeah, not even James Dolan can top.
This is more notorious than the Clippers owner. What was his name? Donald Sterling. I feel like if you were like an elite. I feel like if you were like an elite in Hollywood. I feel like Epstein was so New York City, was so East Coast based that just because of geography, a lot of like California elites avoided being in the files. You know what I mean? Like he was very.
No, it's just that New Yorkers are more freaky and weird.
No, I'm saying DC people were in it. You know,
There's
y'all
regional.
are freaky and weird. I'm still about a pool.
I mean, it's proximity. Like, all these wealthy New Yorkers live within 5 miles of each other. In LA, I mean, they're just gonna give up. They're not going from, fucking Hollywood Hills over to Santa Monica.
It was a joke, brother.
I'm done.
No, I believe it was proximity. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's a quick flight to Florida.
I wouldn't even say 5 miles. I would say, like, same zip code within, like, half.
I bet you if you
They flew to the Virgin Islands, and how did they get to Epstein Island? There was no airport, right? You had to
a private jet.
He had an airport on that island?
No, that's a landing strip.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Oh shoot.
I guess. I mean, maybe they went to another island and took a ferry over. Let me go back and check. Let me go back and check my diary. See how I got to the island. I don't know.
So here's one. Did you hear?
Off the coast of St. Thomas.
Right. But did you hear? Speaking of that, did you hear? I don't know if it's true. There was I don't know if she was a congresswoman or some kind of Virgin Islands politician was trying to get her. Yeah.
Well, she was asking him questions because she was on the January 6th. She was a lawyer that helped to draw it along. So she was asking him questions.
The DOJ needs to open. Yeah, the DOJ needs to open an investigation into her and essentially the whole government of the U.S. Virgin Islands because they facilitated a lot of that shit. Now, to be fair to her, she's very fine. But notwithstanding being that fine, you can't get away with this. I mean, it's really bad. Devon, you haven't read about the former First Lady and Epstein? The former First Lady of the Virgin Islands?
Nah.
Oh my gosh, when they was rewriting the child sex laws, she was consulting with Epstein.
Lord.
This came out before the files dropped. Oh, it's that.
In the UK, that they were trying to rewrite laws about rape or something, and they voted it down. Did you guys see that? Shit is fucking global.
I can never forgive Chomsky. It's over. His legacy is ruined for me. That's the big one of the big takeaways for me when it comes to
You haven't been able to rationalize it somehow?
Absolutely not. And what makes
So if it's about that he's done prior to when he was with Epstein, then maybe that's okay.
You heard the Chomsky, Scotty?
Pardon?
I said you talking about Chomsky, or?
Yeah. No, but that was the biggest disappointment, to be honest.
Yeah, I was just like, dang. I mean, and the thing is, Chomsky's made a career out of like, condemning the wealthy and shit like that. Fuck around and find out he's taking planes with this motherfucker and shit.
That picture was crazy. I told y'all the American left. I've been trying to tell you this for years now, Black Freedom. The American left is, without a doubt, the most evil collection of persons in America. These are evil people. I'm telling you.
The left is?
The American left. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're terrible. They're horrible.
You think they're worse than the radical right?
Given the Epstein files, Chomsky, maybe.
So Gemini.
Can you go outside of the Epstein files and just look at political violence and political murders and just go with that?
I'm not talking about like those like regular people. I'm talking about like the elites.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I mean, Gemini, are you familiar with Noam Chomsky?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, he very famous linguist. He's like 98 years old. He's an old guy, maybe 95. So he's definitely in his
No, I think he's 98.
98. He's not like old.
Damn.
But he is probably the most important leftist of the second half of the 20th century.
Oh, for sure.
Very famous intellectual.
What's his name again so I can do my due diligence?
No,
Chomsky.
Yeah.
You guys overtalked each other. Can you say it again?
I'll put it in the chat. It's in the chat.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I mean, he literally built a generation of leftists. Quite honestly, like if you were a leftist, coming up on college campuses and elsewhere for second half of the 20th century into the early part of the 21st century, like you had to contend with Chomsky, and you fuck around and find out he's in the Epstein files, trying to give Epstein advice on how to handle the media and shit like that. His wife's trying to, explain it away like, oh, he was really concerned about cancel culture. This shit was disgusting.
Oh, wow. So he is complicit.
I think how much is the question, but he was definitely, he should have known. He should have known. And not even here, should have known. He probably did that.
Yeah, he was all about, shit. I fucking grew up with my whole, adulthood, eye-opening shit was, him in the 90s. And shit, it honestly would have been even more disappointing if Howard Zinn was wrapped up in this, but I'm glad he wasn't, at least from what we can.
the All-Star game?
That was a nice little piece on Wembanyama.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Went to the Shaolin monks for healing. That's the next level shit right there.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Wait, so question on the All-Star, do they still do like the home team venue advantage or something? If the East wins or the West wins?
Oh, they don't do East-West no more. Oh my God. It's now USA World.
Oh, I don't even know what's
There's
going on.
There's so many world players, they do US versus the world. It's a little dry. So the other day, Nick Wright, who is Monica always calls me a sophist, so I'll take that. Nick Wright might be the greatest sophist in American life. Like, his sophistry is incredible. But anyway, he suggested the way to improve the All-Star game was to make it white versus black. You know what? Couldn't do it, but wouldn't mind seeing it.
We're talking about.
He really said that?
Yeah, I mean, it was 80% tongue-in-cheek. Oh, he's very, very, very woke. He's a very progressive sports guy, very anti-Trump.
I remember during the BLM, he said a lot of things before everybody else. But to be honest, he was much better when he had a low fade versus the long hair thing. To be super.
His wife has allowed him to keep that haircut. I don't know why she allowed. Well, he's making a lot of money now, so I guess he can do whatever he wants. But I don't know why that lady, a black lady, mind you, is allowing him to keep that hair. Like, that's crazy.
What you just said reminded me. Okay, good.
No, it was on the Bill Simmons podcast. I was just saying on the Bill Simmons podcast. That's all good.
I was gonna say, you reminded me when we was talking about Trump wanting to do blacks versus whites on The Apprentice.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Sports, I don't know. Sports, if you're good, you're good. I mean, people will argue, whatever, but
Is there enough foreigners to be on the team versus the USA? Is that fair?
Not quite. You would probably have to give the mixed. You'd have to give the white team all the mixed race players too.
What about the ones who didn't go through the NCAA?
It's not enough. I think you only have 3 or 4. And then depending on the team, you could do all the white, all the mixed race, and then light skinned blacks against the blacks.
Come on, wasn't the slam dunk contest just kind of the light skinned black folks?
The slam dunk contest was an abomination.
Yes, it was. They need to refigure
the
it out.
props and
something.
Yeah, it was dry. It was definitely dry.
I think part of it is also we don't know who these motherfuckers are.
Yeah, that part. Who gets chosen? That doesn't make sense.
Did you see the one guy's dunk where he basically did your standard dunk? He literally just went up through the key and just dunked. Did y'all see that one?
Yes.
The dancing guy, he kept dancing after every. It's is this a dance competition or a slam dunk competition?
The All-Star game is going to be, All-Star weekend is going to be terrible for some time. There was a time when the All-Star game used to bring out celebrities. It was big time. It used to be the whole thing. Motherfuckers be like, I'm going to All-Star weekend. And it was almost like Vegas. You know what happens? All-Star weekend stays All-Star weekend. Now, you see fucking, Kai Cenat at the fucking All-Star game. Nobody gives a fuck about Kai Cenat in the real world.
Oh yeah, it's a very simple explanation. Because back in the day, as you know, now we're culturally saturated. So, you know, the All-Star game was when you got to show up and show out. Now with social media and everything else, you can show up and show out in your house. So it doesn't have the build up that it used to have. That used to be the thing, All-Star weekend. Now it's like, yeah, I just took a weekend to Paris and put it all over and put it all on Instagram. So, you know, whatever.
I remember one year I went in Atlanta. We had a fucking ball, and again, this is a long time ago. Like we had 2-way pages on our hips, like, and it was definitely a big deal.
Oh yeah, now it's pretty basic now.
They still do the 3-point.
Yeah, everything's changed. It's like it was a 3-point. The one I watched, it was teams, so they had Team Knicks. You guys brought up Allen Houston. Allen Houston was a part of it with, I'm bad with names. It was a father-son thing. You just mentioned him. Brunson and his dad, Allen Houston, and one other Nick, and I think they won.
Wait, they do father-son stuff?
It worked out that way because his father coaches for the Knicks. Brunson's father is one of the coaches.
Assistant coaches, yeah. Jane, the test is called the brown paper bag test. Jane said it. She asked how would you parse the. I said there's a test.
No, it's just, you know, the NBA, you know, with LeBron phasing out, with Steph phasing out, like, it's going to be tough to really get excited about for some time until you get a good group of stars. And quite honestly, like, a lot of folks just don't want to be that. I mean, you mentioned Anthony Edwards earlier, man. It's kind of like, he could have been that dude, but like these little niggas just in a different place when it comes to how they understand their relationship with sports. I mean, if what Patrick Beverly said is true, which is like 70% of the players don't actually care about playing basketball, just don't care, then ain't nobody really going for a championship like that unless like you put together a really strong team that works together. But you're not gonna have like one of these major superstars like, hey, listen, like, I'm about rings. Assuming there are any superstars left outside of really Wemby and a few other European folks, and then, you know, Anthony Edwards. The folks were hoping John Morant was going to be that dude, but then shoot, he got a dad who's as old as me, who too busy trying to get the ass out here.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I've said this, and this might be pseudo, but I don't care. I think it's true. I think championships have never been less important. I don't even evaluate players anymore based off chips. Or at least it doesn't weigh as much in the evaluation as it used to. It's just a different thing. It's about narrative. It's about storyline. The Seahawks won the championship in football, the fucking Super Bowl. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Now, part of that is because nobody cares about the Seahawks. But it's obviously a team that just won a Super Bowl with no resistance, which has the 7th most cap space, with a second-year coach, and, you know, Sam Darnold turning those prime. You would think, and Vegas has them as the odds-on favorites, along with the Rams, to win the championship, right? You would think people talk about the Seahawks, nobody cares. I saw stories about the Steelers waiting for Aaron Rodgers. Why do we care about the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers? It's all narrative. The on-field, I think, now is secondary. It's clearly secondary to off-field, but I could be wrong.
So the sports industry has essentially like become another form of reality television where, you know, these sports talk guys have turned it into that.
Yeah.
We don't get serious reporting anymore.
Have you seen that clip, anybody, of, it was Stephen A. Smith. He was dressed in arguably the worst outfit of the millennium. And he's walking onto the court in the, I think it was Staples Center for the Lakers. Has anybody seen that clip?
I think so. He has no shame of wearing pastel at any time, like, in the year. The motherfucker just does it, like Easter outfits every fucking day.
Well, this time he might have been wearing like a brown suede leather thing. But the way he was walking on, it suggested he was more important. It suggested he was more important than the game they were about to watch.
I remember.
And I was like, that's right, because Stephen A. Smith makes considerably more money than a lot of players in professional leagues and is more famous than other players. He shouldn't be. And is an attraction. And so that's why I think they kind of changed it. You know, they kind of changed it into that, man. It's just, it's not, the on-field stuff, it's not. It's crazy, you know, I don't want to trigger nobody. I don't know if Owen's down there like his team, but I thought that, I'm going to be honest with you, I thought one of the biggest stories of the year was the Lions not making the playoffs. And, you know, the media sort of rushed right past it because it didn't fit their narrative this year and it wasn't a big deal, you know, going to the narrative for next year. So, yeah, I don't really care about the on-the-field, on-the-court stuff. That's just my own, it's my own pseudo take. I could be wrong.
I think that's
So
right.
I'm in Rod St. Brown. That kid, he's a special kid. And I'm disappointed about the Bears, too. I feel like the Bears would have gave us a better game. I don't know what the fuck happened. I think the Bears would have fared better against, I don't know if that my division level, against the Seahawks.
Did you see that play? Did you see that play that Caleb Williams came through with?
Yeah.
Like, to take him to overtime? Like you know, and Ben can check it. I said that the Bears had a legitimate shot of taking it to the chip, and they were right there. They were right there. Caleb Williams played his ass off in some respects. You know? So, you know, it's like, he'll get a shot.
Anybody with that book? Hey, Devon, you talked about stuff. I'm on St. Brown. I think he went most viral last year when his dad was on his podcast. Did you see that?
You see that?
His dad was talking about race mixing and how you can create an athlete with a white woman. God. like that's the kind of stuff, right, that like people into.
Kid said that? Oh my God.
Yeah, I can get the quote. It's crazy.
So that commercial? It made a Michael Jackson movie coming out.
Yeah, it's got his nephew.
Oh,
That's
shit.
your main son.
Wow.
Yeah, it's supposed to be good.
These viral videos coming out now. People are like, no, Michael was protecting us. Michael was protecting. Where was that during the time of the persecution of Michael Jackson? I just feel like it didn't exist. It's crazy.
Did you go see the Broadway show yet?
I didn't see that.
Oh, you should take your wife. They say it's the best show in New York.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Did you see Espiritus?
No, but everybody that I know that went said it was absolutely fantastic. And these are like people who love MJ and would normally be side-eyeing it.
Yeah, exactly.
MJ absolutely.
Yep. All them MJ stands, people who really know MJ and love MJ, because it sounds corny, a Broadway musical about Michael Jackson, someone's doing Michael Jackson presentation. It just sounds corny, but it's supposed to be all in the bag of chips.
What's the feedback on Alicia Keys' Hell's Kitchen?
Hot garbage.
Damn. Really?
I mean, it's Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys' music if she wasn't that fine? Like, just take 30 seconds to imagine Alicia Keys' career and she wasn't that fine. Right? Yeah, that's all you need to know. Yeah, it's garbage. The other one, Scotty, I don't know if you saw it, which people really loved too, was the Tina Turner joint. They did a Tina Turner the musical, which people thought was amazing.
Yep, that was, I was told, excellent. I mean, Broadway has had quite a resurgence over the last, like, I don't know, 8 years. They were worried about the COVID, but it came back with a vengeance.
Oh, well, you know who saved Broadway, don't you? One man saved Broadway. You know who it was, don't you?
One man saved Broadway. Let me think about this.
Well, if you don't know right away, I can tell you. You're never going to fucking figure it out. Want me to tell you?
Sure.
Chuck Schumer.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No, I remember that. Because he fought like, well, you know what?
He just put it in the bill.
What a disaster.
Yeah, he just put it in, like.
Yeah, he fought hard for Broadway.
Bill. Yeah, he just put it in the COVID bill. He said, fuck it, we're going to put some money in Broadway. Yeah, Chuck Schumer did.
I gotta give it to.
No, I mean, that's true though. I remember that very well. Because we're like, oh, you're gonna do? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, he led efforts to save our stages. They raised $16 billion. $16 billion total. And he got $500 million from the government alone. Then I guess they did other fundraising. Yeah, he was big. Oh my God.
Yeah, there's one I'm going to see this month called Bug. With Carrie Coon on, if you heard of that one.
I haven't heard about it.
Yeah, I got a few on my list this spring.
Yeah, I said it before, but I'll say it again. I'm going to see Buena Vista Social Club. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, everybody's saying that was fantastic too. It's because of the music.
We're going to MoMA. We're going to MoMA once the weather breaks too.
Well, do you know MoMA's inside? You know?
No, it's the trip. We're taking a lot of people, and so we're waiting for the weather to break.
Wait, Devon, I'm confused. Are they wearing different colored? Wait a minute. The All-Star game? I'm confused.
Saying
Wait a minute. Are half the team playing half the game? Wait, new All-Star. Oh, here it is.
I think it's squads.
Oh, there's 3 teams. USA Stars, USA Stripes, and Team World competing in a 12-minute, 3-game round-robin tournament with the top 2 teams. Oh, okay.
How did they decide who's on the world and who's on it? You didn't have because I feel like there's players on Team World that are American. Or am I confused?
No, I think they're not confused. I saw that too, but maybe they were able to claim heritage. I don't know.
Right. Okay. Because like Siafa makes sense. Carl Anthony Towns Dominican, I believe.
Are they doing like first generation? Or what? How would tethers?
We don't know. This is World and USA. And there's a third team.
Team Stripes, USA Stripes. So there's 2 USA teams.
God is playing. At all the events, he ain't do shit. Just chilling.
This is King Jeffries on a podcast on Friday, apparently. He crashed. Let's see what this sounds like.
With impunity. Representative, may I? Yes. I'm going to give you some numbers. Just today, it came out that ICE is using $38 billion to convert warehouses into camps. I'm going to call them concentration camps. Your colleague, Representative Raskin, went to just yesterday in Maryland and said there were 60 people cramped like sardines in one room who only had access to one toilet. 65% of people taken by ICE had no convictions. That's from the Cato Institute, a right-wing institute. ICE has killed 8 people this year alone that we know of. 2 of them, Renee Nicole Good and Alex Pretty. The latest polls came out this week, AP polls. Over 60% of Americans now disapprove of ICE. That means in 3 weeks, it's gone from 30% to 60%. Now, if I may, I'm going to be a bit blunt here. Leaders lead. And what we've seen is people are impressionable. If you lead on something, people will follow. It seems the wind is behind your back for the first time ever. ICE has a history. CPP has a history of terrorizing Black and brown communities. People are asking themselves, why are we, our taxpayer dollars, paying for masked, lawless men to terrorize our communities, kidnap people, take children, and kill Americans? So I ask you, and I'm going to do a follow-up to Joy, because I want an answer to this. You said you want to rein in ICE. I'm talking about the long term now. Why not lead and say abolish ICE? Because what you're telling us is you want our taxpayer dollars to pay for a lawless masked armed agency to continue terrorizing our cities. And I'm trying to figure out how you, as a leader, can be telling Americans that their taxpayer dollars should be going to ICE.
I don't understand anything that you just said. I don't understand anything that you just said to me when I've made clear that taxpayer dollars should be used to make life more affordable for the American people, not brutalize or kill them. That's the whole reason we're in this fight right now. That's the whole reason the DHS is getting ready to shut down. That's
so abolish ICE. You agree with me and Joy? Abolish ICE.
Listen, I'm going to use the language that I want to use. You can use the language that you want to use. And the language that I'm using right now relates to these type of bold, meaningful, dramatic changes that are designed to save lives right now in communities that look like the ones that I represent. And that's the goal.
So let me ask you this. Yeah. And I hear what you're saying.
Every single Democrat together in the House and in the Senate is what we're trying to do to give us the best shot to win this fight right now while we're in the minority.
But my question, though, is more about...
Did you guys hear that?
I heard.
It went through?
It was clear.
Okay.
that was Hakeem on a podcast.
Yeah, it was Joy Reid and Wahid Ali, their podcast. That's about as emotional as you'll get Hakeem Jeffries. I mean, a lot of times these people just want the politicians to say the thing, the way they want it said. I've said on the app, I'm in favor of getting rid of ICE and bringing INS back or whatever, but I don't know. They're like podcast. You come on my podcast, you need to say what I want you to say, and if you don't say it the way I want you to say it, or say exactly what I want to agree with me, I'm gonna moralize. And it's like, that's not.
So here's a question: are they like defunded right now because of this DHS not having fun? So they got money.
Yeah, ICE got money from. Yeah, ICE got money from that bill they passed last year, the BBBB Act. But I think Border Patrol does as well. But I think a lot of the other things in ICE don't. Oh, did Patty open the other room?
Yeah, 40's been open for a minute. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll shut this one down. You guys go over there. Peace.
All right, good.
Aisha. She, the Aya, she. Are we sure that Aisha is not just a metaphor? And not a little boy or a little girl? Hello? Are you being too literal? Hello? Hello? I'm depressing? Are you projecting onto me your own depression? I feel great. I'm having another high life over here and just had a wonderful Brazilian chicken dinner. Hello? Are you projecting? Hello? Oh, now you sound like a Schwartz. That's what the Schwartz always say when they got nothing else to say. They say, that's weird. Weird. That's like no evidence to support what you're saying. So you just say that's weird. You ever notice that? That's kind of weird to me. Hello? Are you projecting on me? I've seen you, Daniel. You look like you haven't showered in weeks. Your hair is oily. It looks like you're from 1920s. You look dusty. Hello? Hello? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay. So it's a me problem. Okay, got it. Oh, really? I'm being a weirdo. You guys are out here 7 days a week talking about the same fucking topic, and I'm weird. Sorry, David. It's not me who's weird. It's you. It's you who's weird. It's Megatron who's weird. You guys keep doing the same fucking thing every day. What the fuck's wrong with you? Hello? Fucking weirdos.
Did you hear when he
Just a
said
second.
they're not
They're gonna
rushing to
die.
die?
Primrose, just a second. This guy, they said they're gonna die anyway, so let's just get killed.
Because of
Let's
the palace.
commit suicide.
Yes, because of
Let's commit suicide.
Because
Let's
of
all
who?
commit suicide. Dude,
No, listen.
you don't,
In the scenario that you're talking about, you're not
dehumanizing
committing suicide.
Palestinians starved
No, listen.
by
In the
your narrative.
scenario we're
You're
discussing,
dehumanizing
Benny,
Palestinians.
real quick,
You're
Benny,
dehumanizing
we're not
Palestinians.
talking about
Our
there
blood
is
is
no
not
October
cheap.
7th at this
Our
point.
blood is
There's
not
unity
cheap.
between the West Bank
You're
and Gaza.
dehumanizing
Even in these
Palestinians.
scenarios, can you find a scenario where it's like, okay, the Israelis will
Dehumanize
not behave
Palestinians.
civilly?
You said they're gonna die anyway. You dehumanize
What
Palestinians.
in what scenario can you find where the
You
Israelis
said
won't
they're gonna
behave?
die anyway. This is how you look
In
at
what
us.
scenario can you think of where Israelis will
You
behave
said
civilly?
they're gonna die anyway.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean? Yeah, that's correct.